It's time for me to start a war. Hi, everybody. Welcome back to the Bloomcraft server. If you are new here, yes, I'm about to start the first war of the server, to my knowledge. The reason for that is, of course, entirely the blame of the Boat Bandits. You see, the Boat Bandits are some local. I don't even want to call them pirates. They like to pretend that they're pirates, but they don't even have a pirate ship or a parrot, which of course I do because I am a space pirate this season. And the Boat Bandits have been going around stealing people's boats and even claiming things like this big one that I'm standing on. And I'm not going to stand for that. So instead, we are going to launch a war, and it's going to be wonderful. The first opening salvo of this will be to prank the bases of the Boat Bandits as well as their Boat Bandit island that they've got. And I've got the perfect way to do this. So all it takes is a block of resin and 2 pale oak logs, and you create a creaking heart, which of course, when placed between 2 pale oak logs, will spawn a creaking at nighttime. I'm not gonna wait for nighttime, but I am going to put a whole bunch of these at their bases, which will make their lives very difficult if they forget to sleep. So why don't we head over to the first base? Here we go. We are at Isolac's base here. Now I'll have to be careful because it is nighttime and I want to spawn creakings, but I don't want to get trapped by any creepers or anything else like that. Actually, in fact, I'm going to sleep because I don't want to deal with them while I am here. There we go. The first one here, this is just going to be out in the open. The rest will be hidden, but I do want to leave a sign for him. Don't mess with the space pirate. Now let's make this nice and clear. There we go. All right, there we go. I've placed a few creaking hearts, some in the tunnel, some around here, some less hidden than others, but I think this sends the message. Now, on to the next base. Here we are. Now we are at Oiter's base, and he's been very busy. Last time I was here, those walls definitely were not. All right, let's place a few creaking hearts around the area. And similarly, let's put one right up front for him to very clearly know who is behind this. There we go. The space pirate strikes back. And time to make his life very, very fun. All right, there we go. I've hidden some around his base as well. Now it's on to the next one. All right, here we go. I think, is this freebie? Oh yes, this is it. I have not actually been to his base before, so this should be fun. Also, yeah, cool skeleton horses. Let's see. This is his house. Wow, he's got stuff everywhere. Moss farm. I think that might be a storage thing. I've watched some of the videos. I have not not seen everything in context. Oh, this looks really nice. Oh, and those must be the bees. I know he likes to AFK for his honey farm. All right, we'll put this first one sort of out in the open so that once again he won't be able to mistake it. There we go. Never steal a space pirate's boat. And now let's place a bunch of these around his base. There we go. A few subtle, well, not really that subtle ones, and then a few buried underground. I actually really like the look of this one. This is really cool. All right, and now to head to the Boat Bandit Island and then leave the rest of these over there. Now I might actually, before I go there, I'm gonna check on my shop here because I do want a few diamonds, and I'm curious if I've made any sales. There we go. Gonna have to look through this whole thing to there we go. There's a bunch. I'm gonna have to look through this whole shop to see whether or not I've sold things. That's very nice. Sold an axolotl. Is anyone... Ooh. Okay, Freebie has actually left a note. He's got a lot of books that he has no need of, and he's willing to sell those to Treasure Planet. Cool. I will need to get in touch with him about that. Oh. Well, whatever was in there. I don't remember what was in there. Maybe redstone? That might have been all my redstone. Whatever was in there has sold, and I have made 22 diamonds from random stuff. That's not too bad. So let's go over next door, and I'm going to purchase, let's just do one more of those, because that should give me a lot of creaking hearts. Actually, I don't need that many. Something like that. Like it's tricky because like you can't make too many, or you'll run out of logs. And I've bought all of his logs, but I think this should be enough for the pirate island. All right, here we are on the Boat Bandit Island. It's time to get to work. This looks like their meeting room, maybe. Is there anything of interest in here? No. Okay. This is going to be tricky because they've kind of terraformed over the island, so I'm worried some of the creakings might spawn underneath. But that's okay. We can still make this a lot of fun. Oh yeah, they're definitely gonna spawn under here. Okay. Well, that might actually make my life easier. I can just put these together down here. All right, there we go. I've got a whole bunch of these all over the place. It's so handy that I can lay them down horizontally. So the next time night falls on this island, they'd better watch out. Now, I do believe that Oiter has actually already found the creakings on his base, and he also sent a message in our Discord indicating that my Happy Gas goggles, he's been stolen. He's actually online right now, but I think he's having some lag issues. I don't know if he will be on for this, but I'm curious. Okay, there he is. Okay. Hi, Goggles. How are you? It's very dark in here. I don't want this guy in the museum, but I don't have an easy way of getting him back to my base right now. But will the crimes of the Boat Bandits never cease? They also stole Donorav's Happy Gas too. These bandits must be stopped. And hopefully, the creakings that I've left at their bases will encourage them to give up their nefarious ways. I highly doubt that that's the case, though. The fact that they have already retaliated me less than 24 hours later means, yeah, the war is definitely on. But I think I should head back to my base just to inspect, make sure that there's been no other crimes committed against me. All right, we are here, and minus the missing Happy Gas, I'm not seeing any other signs of trouble, which is good. But I do think I need to add some more security to my base, because you never know with these boat bandits exactly what they are going to do. Hopefully, though, having some hired help will keep them away. I'm just going to leash these guys there so that they don't wander too far. Let's build another one here. Oh, and night is falling. I actually want to check out the Boat Bandit Island and see just how well the prank is working. All right, here we are. This is the island, and we should see... Oh, yep. I would say that is working. In fact, I don't think even very many spawned underground. This is great. Hello. Are they noticing me? Hello. Oh, they are, some of them. Oh, cool. I didn't even realize their eyes glow when they've noticed you. That is cool. Also, they're fast. Ouch. Oh, I love that. So there's definitely way more here than there are at their individual bases. I didn't want to be too mean to them, but I think this definitely sends the message. Now, there's one other thing that I would like to do today. Similar to the iron golems, I want to find some wolves for added security at my base. And there's this big taiga biome sort of back behind where I have got my base right now. And I'm hoping, oh, I think I just heard one. I'm hoping I can find a wolf here. Oh, and perfect. You are coming home with me. And your friend too, because as long as I've got two, come on, there we go, we can raise an army. All right, here we are back in the base, and I'm pretty sure to feed you guys, I can even use rotten flesh. Wonderful. There we go. So I'm going to breed up a whole bunch more of these off camera, and these should provide lots and lots of security for the Space Pirate Tavern here. Those boat bandits think they know everything. They don't know what's going to hit them. Now I suspect that this war will go on for quite some time before the boat bandits finally surrender. I am expecting unconditional surrender, by the way. And this episode has been a shorter one. I am going to wrap things up here, but next week we might actually put the war on pause because it's well, I say next week. I mean next time. I don't know when I'm going to have the episode out. Next time, it's Christmas. There is a Christmas village being built on the server, and I want to take part as well. So the next episode is going to be focused on building a Christmassy thing and doing some good deeds around the server and that kind of stuff. The war can pause for a day, I suppose. But don't let that lull you into a false sense of security, boat bandits. I am prepared to win this conflict even if it takes everything I have, and we will fight it out to the bitter end. But that will be for the future. Until then, thank you so much for watching up to this point. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I shall see you next time.